and welcome to the Joys of Jell-O, where we'll be teaching you how to make today's newest dessert trends with the most modern twists. Jell-O. Okay, so y'all know my obsession for vintage cookbooks and cookware and clothing and just food Americana in general. And so I figure we gotta start a series. We gotta start diving into some of these truly wild desserts. Oh, like this one. The ring around the tuna, garnished with curly endive and radish roses. We won't be making ring around the tuna today, but I really was so excited to dive into this 1962 classic. I got this at a flea market, yard sale, grandma's house? Wherever I got it. It was published in 1962, which is actually kind of when Jell-O was on the decline as the American go-to classic dessert or, you know, dinner. The Jell-O mold era kind of ended in the 50s. So in the 60s, they were still trying to really hold on to that popularity. But we can get more into that in one of my Bites of History podcast episodes where I dive into little food facts about history and just quick little episodes. So make sure you keep your eye out for the Jell-O one. But for now, I figured we ought to make some of it because don't they look just kind of like fun and perfect? So why not? What we're gonna make today is the crown jewel dessert, or the broken window glass cake. Very appetizing. We're gonna try it and see what happens, which I'm so excited for. I've been meaning to start this series for a really long time. I'm just trying to think of the best name for it. Like vintage, my vintage pantry, past pantry, Jello Jigglers, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But for right now, we need orange, cherry, and lime gelatins, which they did not have. So I got grape, I did get a cherry, and berry blue. We also need some boiling water, 2 cups of cold water, a cup of pineapple juice, a 1/4 cup of sugar, a package of lemon gelatin. Also, I got way too much, so I'm gonna need to make something else with these Jellos because I only need half of each of these. Oh well. Graham cracker crumbs, melted butter, and oh my God, Cool Whip, which you guys are gonna think I'm insane, but I have never in my life had Cool Whip before. So I'm actually very excited about that aspect. So today, we're only gonna be making the Jell-O part that's gonna make our little cubies. This is what we're going for. So we don't need these two just yet or my Cool Whip. We'll have to wait to try my Cool Whip tomorrow. Okay, we need 3 cups of boiling water. I have truly no idea how long that water's been in there, so let's just pour her out. Okay, killer. It's all happening so fast. We need 2 cups of cold water, and I need 3 square containers, which I most certainly don't have. We're gonna do a little mishmash. Now, of course, this is one of my videos, so we have to check and see if there's any room in the fridge. The question is, will this all stack on top of each other? Sort of. Now what we need to do is measure out half of our Jellos. Do you guys like Jell-O? I friggin' love Jell-O. Okay, this is about 3 ounces. And something my mom always does that I think is really cute is she'll put in, so now in my little extra bag of grape Jell-O, I'll put in my little label that says grape so I know which one it is. I feel like I'm racing against the clock all of a sudden, Jesus. Berry blue. Oh God, okay, wait, what do I do? Prepare all 3 flavors of gelatin separately using 1 cup of boiling water and pour each. I'm gonna do something crazy and I'm gonna mix them in their respective containers now because Mama, I don't have time. And by time, I mean bowls. Okay, let's chill out. It seems like they use a little bit less water than the current box is asking to because I think since these are gonna be like little floating pieces in the mold, I think it's wanting us to have them be a little more firm. So let's get the inside ready for our Jell-O mold. Now, wasn't that fun? Let's go smoke cigarettes while we're pregnant. Stupid. Okay, we are going to put these in the fridge for 8 hours or overnight, just until they are nice and thick, jiggly and set. Okay. Hello, and we're back with Joys of Jell-O, day 2. Do you guys also eat yours like that? So here's how we're gonna start today. We are going to be making a pineapple Jell-O whipped cream mixture. For that, it's gonna need to cool. So while that cools as well, we'll make all of the little like glass cubes. We need a cup of pineapple juice and a 1/4 cup of sugar. Oh, and then we're also gonna be making our graham cracker crust. Oh, I need a springform pan. I know it's like gauche to say that you like juice, but I love pineapple juice. Pineapple juice also seems very 60s. Like something about it just hits 60s for me. Only a 1/4 cup of sugar? I'm like, only a 1/4 cup in this juice whipped cream Jell-O mixture? 1/4 cup of sugar. We're gonna use our dry measuring cup for this. Gorgeous. Alrighty. Sugar. And I just have it over like a medium heat. I don't think it specifies. Heat until sugar is dissolved, and then we'll remove from heat and put our lemon gelatin in this hot juice. Hot juice sounds like a good name for a band. Actually, never mind. I take that back. And this is where our 1/4 half of a cup of cold water comes from, is for this second day part. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to keep going through the Joys of Jell-O cookbook, or if we want to try a different vintage cookbook I have. Look at this, a cherry Waldorf salad, get out of town. Or a party salad. Or of course the avocado strawberry ring. Whatever. Okay, this is hot enough now. Okay, so our pineapple lemon Jell-O sugar mixture is off to the side, and now we're going to get our graham cracker crumbs ready to make our graham cracker crust. I didn't step over my words once there, and I think I deserve a little bit of applause or a like or a subscribe. We let her chill out for a bit. It's asking for a 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs and 1/3 cup of melted butter or margarine. I have a 10-inch springform, so we'll just do let's do 2 sleeves and see what happens. I just have some plain graham crackers, some honey grahams. I'm just gonna do this all in my trusty blend tech. Oh my God, I saw that they were selling graham cracker crumbs at the store for like $6 a package. Do not you dare buy graham cracker crumbs. Yes, I'm using a blender. You could use a food processor. You could just use anything. And there you go, I'm making some right now. You could just use anything and start to smack them, so don't worry about it. Whatever. And this is what graham cracker crumbs look like. They smell fantastic. Just sandy little crummies. One of my brother's favorite snacks is graham crackers with peanut butter. Leave down below if you and Eddie have a similar favorite snack. I am going to toss my graham cracker crumbs into a bowl. So I have quite the butter graveyard going on right now. And I'm gonna melt these down till we get about like a 1/2 cup. Probably more than that here, but we'll do what feels right. Sometimes that's what cooking's all about. Seems like it might be enough. Now, since I have these extra butter wrappers, I'm just gonna run it across the side of my springform so that whatever does get stuck on there will easily peel off. My mom taught me this 100 years ago. Oh, we have way more than we need. Okay, well, I'm going to let our butter cool down for a minute, still giving our pineapple juice lemon Jell-O sugar mixture time to chill out. And I'm just gonna go clean some stuff up, and I will be right back. To bring this graham cracker crust together, I am going to add just a touch of salt because not all of my butter in there was salted. And we want to have some contrast to all of the sugar that's in here. So just a touch of salt will be great for that. We're gonna slowly drizzle in some of this butter and to just get it to a consistency we're happy with. So let's see what that looks like. And I'm kind of just like fluffing this up, giving it a mix to start. Oh, there is a full graham cracker. Okay. Great. Okay, so we're kind of getting this, and you'll hear this so much in baking and stuff, this wet sand consistency. So it's starting to clump together, starting to be able to kind of stick to itself. Let's add a little bit more, but just a touch. Oh, it smells good and buttery. Okay, wasn't that fun? Now we can remove our Jell-O from the fridge and start cutting that up. Here's what I'm wondering. Should I try to flip these onto a cutting board and then slice them, or should I slice them in here? Let's try the cutting board technique with the one that I've already had a bite out of. Oh, okay. We're not doing the cutting board technique. Okay, no problem. We can salvage a couple of squares from this though. Okay, see, I've got like some cubes of the grape. If I just slice into here directly, will that give me my desired effect? And then do I go in? Okay, okay. I guess we'll do that. I'm becoming less certain of this. So this bottom layer did not get very mixed, and it is a very unpleasant consistency. Or maybe, okay, how about this? Maybe do I just do the cuts and then scoop it when I'm ready to mix it in and leave it in here until then? Hello? Are these the straightest lines I've ever cut? Of course they aren't. We have our cooled and lightly thickened pineapple lemon sugar mixture, and it smells just like that. And we need 2 cups of our whipped topping. Blend with the lemon gelatin. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that in a bowl. Now, isn't that a color? Is this gonna be good? What does Cool Whip taste like? Like boring ice cream. Something in my heart is telling me I need to like beat this up a little. Like I cannot just mix this into that. Okay, and like one more scoop will be about 2 cups. It is an odd consistency, I will tell you that. No! Okay, so we'll get rid of this top part, no problem. Okay, 2 cups, sure. Just kind of mush this around, get some air into it. Something tells me this is not what the moms of the 60s were doing. We gotta work with what we've got, you know? Okay, it's definitely like a little looser. This is a weird thing to work with. Okay, some particles are coming up for sure. Oh my. So I've switched to the whisk in this bowl for no discernible reason. It is very thin. I'm going to add the rest of this topping. I'm nervous that these Jell-O things are not gonna be suspended in this. Because in the picture, it's like so beautifully in there, you know what I mean? Prepare the whipped topping mix as directed. Blend with the lemon gelatin. It couldn't possibly mean the blender. I'm certain of that. I'm gonna put it back into this bowl just because it's bigger. Let me make sure I have room in my fridge. Seems to be a recurring theme. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what, I think this is as thick as we're getting. Here's our grape. Dude, okay. Oh, no. Nope. No. No. It's not, I'm resigning myself to the fact that this is not going to be good. And that is fine. Not everything I make is the croissant, okay? Oh, this is killing me. Okay, I know I'm doing something wrong. I do not know what it is. Can somebody's grandmother tell me what I've done wrong? Cherry's going in. The cherry, I'm gonna be honest, is making me more hopeful, but it's not great. I fear that I'm not gonna have these big, beautiful chunks like they do in the picture. Sure. We're gonna pop this in the fridge for the next 5 hours and see what happens. I know it hasn't only been 5 hours. I know it's been 24. And here's why, because at hour 5, soup. And at hour 15? Soup. Not loving how hour 24 is looking either, my friends. This is one of the times where I truly am not certain, literally whatsoever at all, if this is going to work. And I'm not joking, I'm not doing this for clickbait. I have a feeling that when we open this mold, it's going to pour out and be soup. So we're gonna do it over the sink because I can already hear my dead father yelling at me for not doing it over the sink. So I would like to alleviate that, pre-guilt. Let's try. The plus side is that nothing leaked out of the bottom. So in our spring form, nothing is leaking, but there is quite the jiggle on this bad boy. And see, okay, when I touch it, it's still liquidy. And I don't know if that's because it's the top layer of something or what. Let's try to release it from the sides. Oh, I'm 100% certain this is not gonna go well. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, stay right here. It's a little jiggly. A little jiggly caliente, but I'm not, oh, we got some spillage. Okay. It isn't not spilling, which I think is important. Let's cut. Oh, goodness, no. Oh, goodness, no. Oh. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we got a little avalanche. Here's what my slice looks like, just like the pictures. So this is something I don't want to try. Just like Mom used to make. Oh. It smells very fruity. Oh look, I got a little bit of the glass cake. I'm gonna tell you what, it does not taste as bad as I thought it would taste. I really don't know what I did wrong. I think it must have been the Cool Whip. Was I supposed to whip it or something? But it's already so light and airy. Graham cracker crust is fire though. This is probably my biggest disaster ever. This are the bagels. Would you make this 60-year-old Jell-O recipe? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what other vintage cookbooks you would like me to cook or bake from, and I will absolutely do my best, which you saw that I did. The meltier it gets, the worse. Why is it this color? It is so colorful. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and check out my podcast. I also have a Patreon where we do a cooking masterclass every month. I promise I teach stuff that I actually know how to make. I will see you guys next week, and I love you so much. Goodbye.